Hey everyone, JR Forasteros. I just finished Doolittle, and it wasn't good. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good. Robert Downey Jr. was fine, even though his accent was kind of all over the place, like British, Scottish, Irish, kind of all over. And it wasn't necessarily like the worst thing. I think the biggest reason that it was bad was because there was no coherent logic to what the animals did or how they acted. In fact, most of the time they just sort of acted like people instead of acting like the animals that they were. And and that I think in a lot of ways really kneecapped the movie because there was this whole middle set piece where they were on like a weird pirate island where Antonio Banderas was like a pirate king who turned out to be Doolittle's father-in-law. And they did this like big heist sequence, but all of the animals basically just acted like humans who were bumbling and messing things up. And it would have been way more interesting if they had taken advantage of the animals being animals and doing things that only those animals could do. But they didn't do that. They went for what I think they thought was going to be more funny and like kind of slapstick, but I don't know. It just for me, it just didn't work. I can see how some people would think it was cute or whatever, but I think they could have gotten a lot more humor, and it would have actually been a lot more compelling of a movie if they had really leaned into the animals being animals more. They did that a little bit, like with the whale pulling the ship. That was really really good with the walking stick. I mean, there were like moments of it, and those moments I think worked really well. But as a whole, they just didn't do that, and I think the film was really worse off for it. So anyway, as a start to Bad Movie Birthday 2020, this wasn't a terrible movie. I didn't think it was good. I wouldn't rate it well. I certainly wouldn't recommend it, but I've definitely seen worse movies, and I have a sneaking suspicion that I have worse ahead of me. So up next is The Turning, and then after that is going to be Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. On the horizon is Atone, which is allegedly like a Christian Die Hard, going to be real bad. So, all of you who have already donated, thank you so much for supporting Art Stillery and making me watch bad movies. If you haven't donated yet, you're welcome to contribute over on Facebook on the fundraiser page for Bad Movie Birthday. Thanks again. And yeah, let me know if you watched Doolittle, what you thought of it. Maybe I'm just crazy.